Okay, so everything that I've talked about in my equipment, what's in the bag videos, and all my other videos talk about the equipment side of it. One thing that I haven't gotten really into, and I think a lot of people probably take for granted, is the shoes that I play. So it sounds kind of funny to say that I play a specific shoe, but in reality, it became very apparent to me about 3 or 4 years ago that the shoe makes a huge difference in your ability to swing the way you want to swing. So I was in Southern California. I used to run on the beach every morning. I had these real minimalistic shoes, and they had it wasn't the five finger shoe, but it was a shoe that just had no sole whatsoever. It was just like a little rubber, uh, coating for the bottom of your foot, so you didn't tear your feet up. And so I was running on the beach, and my buddy picked me up, and we went to the course, and I realized that my shoes were in my car, and I was now still wearing my running shoes, and I was gonna have to play golf that day, either barefoot or in the shoes I was wearing, or I was gonna have to buy a new pair. So I decided to just wear the shoes I was wearing, and it was a pretty wet day, and those shoes didn't have any traction on the bottom. So I was a little bit kind of curious about what was going to happen. But what I found was I had this awareness or this sense for the ground that I'd never felt before because the sole was so thin and because it didn't have a heel platform or anything on it. I could really feel the ground when I was setting up. I could actually feel my feet gripping the ground. So that was a really cool feeling. And then I happened to make 8 birdies that day. So I immediately called True Linkswear because I knew of the company. I knew that they had like a really thin, flexible sole, and I knew that they didn't have a big heel on their shoe. Called them and said, I've got to get a pair of these. I got a pair in the mail, and I haven't turned back. I really can't or don't want to play golf in anything but True Linkswear. If I have the option, it's going to be either these shoes or I'm going to play barefoot because I know that that sense of really being able to feel the ground helps me to play better golf. It helps me to make a better golf swing, and it helps me to just, at the end of the day, play better. And it also helps that they have a pretty cool design. So they're very, very comfortable, and because of that thin sole, that really flexible thin sole, your feet can really grip the ground. So I definitely suggest trying a pair of True Linkswear shoes. You can find them pretty easily. They're not crazy out there prices. And if you don't want to do that, you can at least maybe go to the driving range and hit balls barefoot and see how much of a difference it makes to actually feel the ground when you're hitting shots.